right, everyone, welcome back to Box Mining. Here today is another live stream for you guys, and we're gonna explore this topic that almost everyone seems to talk about, which is, will there be one more gigantic, catastrophic, devastating capitulation before we see some green? Will Bitcoin drop below 30,000 again? Maybe crash at 25? Will Ethereum follow with a similar story? Right now, the charts aren't looking too good, to be honest. We're approaching the weekend, but as things look the grimmest, we have two very different viewpoints. It's kind of very interesting. I've been actually following a few groups in Hong Kong, and there's been a divergence in thought. There's two main ways of thinking. One is to just capitulate now. Why not? Short everything and wait for that giant capitulation wave. The other one is the complete opposite. Why not accumulate now? Why not buy more DCA into it as people are capitulating, as we see capitulation around us? Why not more? Obviously, I subscribe to the second thought, which is I'm actually buying more at this time, but slowly. So we're seeing that happen right now. We also have some guests today. First of all, I want to say hi to Plant. So I saw some comments asking how is the Box Plant doing. Box Plant's doing all right. It wasn't doing too well earlier. So like it's like the markets are down. It's a little bit depressed. It's like the tips of the plant were doing too good. But you see the recent growth. It's been super nice. As you see some new growth around there. So Box Plant is doing super well. And we also have some returning human guests with us today. So first of all, let's welcome back Nate. Hey Nate, how's it going?
Hey man, what's up? Hey Box Mining community, what's going on?
Your intro got foreshadowed by the plant, it seems, or shadowed by the plant of the return of plant. So you got to compete for some screen space there. So so Nate is doing some special cool episodes with us. He's also going to be in Hong Kong very soon, so we're going to actually be able to do some live episodes with Nate very soon. Super excited to see that. By the way, guys, smash up the likes for today's episode. It's going to be quite a cool discussion. It's very casual today. And we also have, guess who's coming? Do you know who's it, Nate?
I for sure know.
You for sure know.
It's the plant. It's the plant.
It's the plant. Plant's back. Yeah. No. We have a second guest coming here today. We have Gemmy. Hey, Gemmy, how's it going?
Hello, guys. It's going great. Thanks for having me again. It's great to be back.
Nice. It's great to see you here too. Also, of course, we've been just talking since we started. Gemmy is an awesome musician as well. So Gemmy, you gotta get those NFTs up, okay? Some NFTs, music NFTs, all right? Gotta do some music videos. You gotta rock out, full out gear, like, and that's an NFT. And I think everyone's gonna buy that here. In fact, I'm gonna buy one. All right, I'm gonna buy that. Come on, Refinable. Let's get some music videos up there. I think everyone's gonna go all the way and buy Gemmy music, right? Gemmy music. Feel that dream, guys. That music dream is possible with crypto. Back in normal world, not very possible. Crypto world, dude, possible. Overnight success. Overnight, just so expensive prices. Like what, 10,000 for a music video? Come on, man, it's not cheap to make one, guys.
True.
There you go. Bam. All right, guys. So let's get started. We're gonna cover the markets. We're gonna cover the news. It's gonna be action packed. So make sure you guys smash up the likes. Also, a special announcement as well. Special announcement time. So next Monday, I'll be taking a slight break. I'm gonna go into more of a break season right now. So the next stream will be on next Friday. So that will be the next big stream that's coming up for next Friday. I'm slowly relaxing a little bit as this is becoming my, summer. It's not DeFi summer. It's really a summer off from crypto. Just like taking a little bit of a break. So guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So I hope you guys are having a great break as well. But yeah, the next one will be Friday. All right. So anyways, let's get started. Oh, all right. Sorry, that was a brain fart. I was like, why are we doing the countdown again? Anyways, guys. Hey. It's Friday. Okay, it's Friday. It's Friday and it's bear. So all right. Okay, so let's take a look at the markets right now. Very quickly. And by the way, I saw some questions being asked here. It's like what would the next stream be? So it'll be exactly this time next week. So it'll be like a weekly show now. Okay, a weekly meetup, which actually makes sense. Actually, I actually quite like the idea of a weekly meetup, but anyways, let's share screen and let's go. All right, let's share Bitcoin for now. So actually let's share CoinGecko first. So just give a brief look. So not too much happening. Not too much happening. So yeah, it's minimal movements, plus or up or down 2%, 3%. That's pretty much not a big story here in crypto. But the most important thing here is that almost everyone seems to be freaking out over the Bitcoin's price dipping towards where the support is. So we have Bitcoin dropping to 31,951. And then as you can see here, we really got the main support coming at 31K, right? So we can kind of see that every time it never really managed to sustain and break below 31K for a few days, right? So this is kind of where that support is, and we're approaching that support again. Quite a few people are concerned that instead of having kind of like a market where we constantly see higher, we kind of see the price bounce between two major points, which is what we're seeing previously. For the past month or so, we have been going downwards. So we've been having lower lows each time, even though the support is holding up each time. So we've kind of bounced off the support, can retest that support again, bounce back up, but then the bounces that are coming back up aren't breaking. They're not reaching 40,000, right? That's the kind of the issue here. It's going lower and lower each time. So this is what's worrying a lot of people, and what is kind of scaring people. This is why I've been seeing on quite a few chat groups that there are people placing shorts at this hour, because we're gonna test that support to see if it holds. And it could be the case that there could be a major capitulation wave. That's very, very possible. And we've seen that before. Unfortunately, we've seen that before, where during the weekends, especially. So this is like a warning for everyone, not financial advice, of course, but warning for guys. Weekend does have bleed outs, and it does happen on the weekends. If we see a major capitulation, we're kind of waiting for that major capitulation to happen, and you kind of see that difference in thought too. Like, the people that are talking about shorting, they've been in the space for a shorter amount of time, and they want to min max every opportunity. So if they feel it's going down, they want to maximize the opportunity, short it, and kind of buy in at a cheaper price later on, and also, of course, pay back their loans if they're on leverage. But of course, the people who have been, the long-term dollar cost averagers, right, that maybe are fine missing out every opportunity, but making sure that they are on the right side of the trend, right? They're buy in because the prices are dipping, and that's where it's happening right now. So we're kind of seeing this interesting point. What are you guys doing? Are you guys making precautions? Are you guys just hodling to the depths of the earth? What's happening, guys?
Yeah, I think hodling to the depths of the earth is pretty much what I'm doing. Kind of depressing, but that's the only thing I really know. That I'm for sure of is that I'm able to hodl. I think my trading game is not as strong. Like hodl is very easy for me. I think trading myself though, I tend to get emotional. So I do good trades, but I do bad trades as well. Trading is not really my thing. So to say.
I mean, that's quite. I think you guys have to put it this way as well. I've been talking to Nate for a long ass time. I think this is like 2018, 2019. I think we met up a few times in person as well. And Nate's a really good hodler. And hodl works in crypto because if you look at the prices of Bitcoin over, instead of looking at it in terms of days, and you look at it in terms of months, right, all the way back from 2019, 2020, if you manage to hodl through, you're pretty good, right? This is like you're beating out 2017. I still remember, I think it was in Bali. We're walking down the street, and I'm just like, yo, how's your hodl game going? How's the hodl game? And Nate's hodl game is strong. And hodl works in crypto because over the years, as Bitcoin gains more and more recognition. That's been the overall trend, right? As Nate gets a lot more recognition, obviously, you see this explosive action up in terms of price. Obviously, we see these peaks and the falls down. We've been seeing a few red candles recently, but overall, long term, it makes sense. And this is something that for me, it also, like, I kind of have two brains in that sense, and it was kind of hard rectifying that at the start. At the start, I was like, oh, I'm just hodl only, right? This year, I've been trading as well. I've been like taking opportunities to trade, and trades really worked well during, like, for me, right? What really worked well was during the bull season. I think I had that 3x leverage on Doge, like Doge Bull, that works super well. Just playing off the hype and trading that, and that kind of works. But for me, most of my trading strategies are during the bull market. So I'll just put it out there. During the bear market, it's really extremely hard for me to make these crazy trades, because the reverse is also true too. When everyone thinks it's gonna dip, sometimes what happens is that it just spikes up to liquidate position. So this is where you have to be careful. And we got Llama 66666 says, if Michael can hodl engine for 3 years, so can you, man.
That's true.
I've
I
been
remember
showing
you.
Nate engines nonstop. I think Nate's fed up with that. I've been downplaying that a little bit recently, but yeah, engine's one of those things that are like, it's exploding right now, right? Like,
Yeah, they're killing it.
2 cent.
Yeah,
Still
2
remember
cent
2 cent
days.
inch, 2 cent days, man, 2 cent days. So, Gemmy, are you a hodler? What's your take?
Definitely hodling. I mean, I'm a really boring person. I don't do leverage and that stuff. I mean, I think going long with crypto is going to be a winner strategy, because it's going to be hard to time the market, and whatever is happening right now, whether it's out of your control or not, I mean, you have to realize investments like this, patience will always pay off.
Well, easily said. So easy for Gemmy. So easy. Gemmy's like, yeah, I hodl forever, man. I hodl forever. So easy for you to say, Gemmy. And I think this is where a lot of, I guess this channel takes a significantly different view. I think a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers also promote like leverage trading. YouTubers have a bad rep for that, where trading gurus are like, yo, let's do 10x leverage, I have a great trading strategy for you. But honestly, it's extremely difficult. And as people who are veteran in this space, like I feel like there are a few strategies that really do work. I don't doubt that now. Like, I don't doubt that at all. Like, when I first started, I was like, I'm on the hodl side because that kind of works. But at the same time, all right, Ronnie Ray says, everyone hit my Bybit link, but only if you're an expert. I mean, that's what seems to be what YouTube says all the freaking time. Let's go Bybit. But truth be told, it's possible. Like, I used to really hate, like 100% hate the Bybit shillers, right? Where people were like, oh, I'm a guru, I know what the hell's happening. And then, their followers get wrecked, because regardless, the content creator, the YouTuber will make money by the referral link, right? But viewers, not so much, right? So I used to hate that. However, that being said, I feel like there are valid trading strategies. I've been learning more about how to hedge certain positions. And there are certain times when you do need to use leverage. I think that's possible, right? And certain situations being like, say for example, if the perpetual market is more liquid, then you can either buy or sell a certain position and then slowly realize that over time. Like, that's a possible strategy. Or if someone's shorting some farm. But overall, like, it's extremely dangerous for different people, and especially if you have a mentality that likes gambling. I used to make this racist joke to say I'm Asian, so I love gambling. But I feel like that's not politically correct these days. But I'll say that I do have, and I'm very well aware of this. Like, when I really do trade, sometimes I do feel like, you want to win, you want to constantly win, and that's when I have to consciously stop myself. Like I consciously said, you know what, I need to follow a strategy. I need to go back to a strategy and set myself there. And it takes a lot of determination to do so. But it's super fun. Like Ritual Prudential says, but it's so fun. It is super fun to trade on leverage. It's I have to admit, it's like you know, sometimes like if I'm stupid bored, like this is confession time. I'll open like a sub account with like $100 inside, like rack the bar up to 100x, and I just go for it, right? I just choose a direction and go. But
Roll the dice.
you know, that's yeah, and it's way more fun than Vegas. I mean, box fans is Vegas is fun, but you know, like this is way more fun than that. So, anyways, yeah, Vegas is fun, but this is like, you know, leverage. Yeah, bull tokens are super fun too. Like during that time when like everyone was popping coins left, right, and center. That's a fun time.
It's a good feeling too.
It's a great feeling, man. It's a great feeling. Yeah. So anyways, digressions aside, so we're reaching this point where there are some people who are shorting at this hour. It's possible. Let's take a quick look at our trusty what is it? Rate. I should have a link up here. Nope. What was my brain? I'm brain farting right now. Funding rates is what I'm looking for. Let's see if we're actually negative. I'm curious. So I look at funding rates. Yep. So there's two. This ViewBase is the one I use a lot bit more. My apologies, guys. ViewBase is the one I look at more. So why do I look at funding rates? Because it tells you if these traders on leverage, if they are bullish or if they are bearish, right? So basically, a positive funding rates, speculators are bullish, and negative suggests that speculators are bearish. So right now, we are seeing some negative funding rates right now, where you can see Binance, FTX, OKX. They are slightly negative for BTC, and they're positive for ETH. But I do have to bring attention to the fact that these numbers are very, very close to zero. So these rates are so close to zero that I would say it's almost negligible at this current point. Like the sign, like it's so close to zero. So what happens here is that we've seen like these huge rates before, and this kind of indicates two things. It indicates if traders are bearish or bullish, but also if the magnitude of these numbers are very huge, right? So if you see like a 1% here or 0.5%, that means there's a lot of people in that particular direction. So ironically, you want to be like almost like thinking the reverse almost. So it's like it's not an absolute indicator. This is where you have to be a little bit smart about things, where like, yes, and right now negative means that people are bearish at this current point. But also, if it's very negative, then I would say I would buy in at that time, because not financial advice, of course, but I would buy in because maybe the they're overcompensating. It's overly done, right, where everyone's going in one particular direction. But right now, it's still very passive. It's very close to zero, but a little bit more on the bearish side. So just have to be a little bit careful, guys, on that. Playing funding rates is fun, but yeah. So looking at funding rates, it seems all right. I'm gonna bring up the rainbow chart again. Rainbow. All right, there we go. We have rainbow chart. I kind of feel like these are my two trusty long-term indicators of what's going on. So this one, we see Bitcoin rainbow chart. It's a logarithmic chart, so you can kind of see the previous cycles over here. So now it depends if we're going to cycle down or move to the maximum bubble territory again. We're kind of at the point where it's like it's back to still cheap again. You know, after this recent dip, we're kind of falling back down a little bit, but we'll have to see if it shoots up again, which is very possible at this point. I feel like the hype that Bitcoin got, it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. My two cents. We got Harry Hondos is still holding Astro Tools. I'm holding that too. I'm still holding a lot of coins, actually.
Same here.
Holding a lot of notes. It's been a beating, I will have to admit. Like it's like altcoins hit really hard. It hurts. But at the same time, I'm consolidating a few alts. Like I said at some point that I had like 40 to 50 alts, which is so true. But I'm slowly consolidating, which is I'm kind of like getting rid of a few that I feel like, if I talk to them and they're a little bit weak and they don't really know what's going on, yeah, that's gonna get dropped. And then I'm kind of focusing on the really strong thought leaders here, people who actually know their stuff. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. I hope the past few interviews were really insightful. It gives you an idea of what's happening, and you can probably see, like, for the past few interviews that I did, I was pretty aggressive and shamelessly aggressive on that. So anyways, I see Gemmy smiling. I think you're waiting to give us some news, Gemmy. So do you want to head us off with some news? That's what's happening on the cryptocurrency space, Gemmy.
Sure. Do you want me to share the screen or you do it?
Yes, that would be awesome. That would be amazing.
Okay, 1 second.
Lenny says my portfolio is going down with the Bitcoin Titanic. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. I've been looking at my alts and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna touch it today. Like if there's any consolidation, I ain't consolidating today because everything's down. But yeah. There you go. Let's take a look at Gemmy's side.
All right, sure. Are you sharing my screen now?
Yes, I am sharing your screen. Hello.
Okay. So Whale from 2012 transfers 740 Bitcoin worth $26 million after BTC sat idle for 9 years. So on July 12th, an old whale from 2012 spent 740 Bitcoin worth roughly $26 million at the time of transfer after 9 years of choosing not to move the coins. The whale acquired the Bitcoin on May 31st, 2012, when a stash of crypto was only worth $3,700. The reason I want to show this story to you guys because it shows the importance of how beneficial to hold your Bitcoin for a very long time. So it shows the power of hodling. And sometimes sometimes we just have we're very impatient with our investment, like especially when seeing AMC, GME, Dogecoin, etc. blew up this year. You could be thinking, like, why am I not making 500% gain this week? Like, it must be a failure. But I think you have to realize, like, this individual went through many winters, and he's finally unlocking his crypto after 9 years. So just imagine where crypto is going to be 9 years from today. It's going to be absolutely insane. And if you're thinking of selling your Bitcoin or crypto, I would advise you to think twice because fundamentally the use case is there. The point I want to make is that crypto is more than a short-term way of making money. I know we all want to make
it sounds weird, right? It sounds weird because everyone here seems to be like, you get the impression that everyone wants to make a quick buck here, right? But quick is subjective and buck is subjective. Do you just want to make a few $1,000s, or do you want to be like this guy making, what is that, 26 million?
Yeah.
That's insane. That is insane, guys. That's nuts. I still have trauma from the days when I sold Bitcoin at $15. That was smart.
Ouch.
That was smart. Yeah. I mean, I started this channel. Like I've always been very honest about it. I started this channel not to just say, "Oh, look, I'm a guru. I'm the smartest person in the world. Like, follow me and pay $2,000 for my amazing course." It's more about sharing stories, right? Like, and a lot of times some stories are failures. And I failed completely in 2012. Mined some Bitcoin and then sold it $15. Yeah, sucks to be you. I still remember mining Wi-Fi. I got some flack for that because I mined Wi-Fi for free, right? I was getting like Wi-Fi at like two Wi-Fi per like 3 hours or something, and I was selling it, right? That's stupid. At like 1,000, now it's like tens of thousands, right? It's stupid. But we do make some mistakes. I'll be honest about it. I'm glad to have mined it. I'm glad to have kept some, but it is life, right? And you definitely learn. Like, that's when I learned the power of DeFi. Don't and also the power of governance, because why Wi-Fi went up so high was not because if it kept having more and more Wi-Fi, sure, prices would drop, but the creators, actually the community chose not to issue more, right? And that's why we have Wi-Fi at 30,000 instead of 1,000, right? So, anyways, lessons here. It's great, but you know, so yeah. So, Gemmy, thanks for sharing that. Amazing. Let me share your screen again. Throw that back on. All right.
Do you want me to go on the next one, or?
Yeah, let's go on then. Or do you want to talk more about this? You want to talk more about this?
Yeah,
Up to you.
it's fine. It's fine.
The
Go to
floor
next
is
one.
yours. The floor is yours. 100%.
Okay, so the next piece of news I prepared for you guys is the inflation. Inflation climbs higher than expected in June as price index rises 5.4%. So consumer prices increased 5.4% in June from a year earlier, the biggest monthly gain since August 2008. Excluding food and energy, inflation increased 4.5%, the largest move since September 1991. Used car and truck prices comprise about 1/3 of the total CPI increase. So inflation is inevitable due to all the billions of dollars have been printed for stimulus packages. I mean, every country has inflation, not just the United States. For example, Argentina has 50% inflation rate. I mean, you can't have 50% of inflation rate in a country. So that's why the lawmaker in Argentina proposed a bill for businesses to pay their employees in crypto. So this definitely have a bullish effect in the long term. But let's come back to the US. So usually anything good for the US dollars is bad for Bitcoin, and anything is good for Bitcoin is bad for the US dollars. So printing 30% of US dollars over the past year is definitely bad for US dollars. It's definitely bad for the currencies. So I think it leads us back to Bitcoin. Average people like you and me, we don't like inflation. Everyone is looking for a hedge against inflation. And this is one of the reasons why Bitcoin and other crypto did so well. I mean, I know it's difficult to hold your belief value during this downward trend. That's the thing with crypto space, is about psychology. If there is a mass panic in the space, then more likely to make people sell earlier than they wanted to. So understanding market psychology would really help you make good purchases and dollar cost average in the right time.
And I think it's kind of interesting because, consumer price index, it prices in a lot of like kind of basic goods. But if you're looking at like, trying to live as, middle class, it's I think it's much higher than 5.4%. Like the prices of like, say, going out has just gone up exponentially.
Gas, yeah.
Gas
prices
like,
here in California, yeah, they're so bad. I mean, I feel like it's
brutal.
Yeah, and just like last week or 2 weeks ago, the Fed came out and said like, "Oh, inflation's not happening." Right before July 4th, they were like, "Oh, it's not even a thing," and then now they're reversing their statement.
Canceling inflation.
yeah. I mean, that's probably why I'm hodling, is because I don't have another choice. Like for people my age, if you're, it's either you get into the rat race and you have a full-time job for the rest of your life and you can barely make ends meet, or you choose the other way out, and crypto gives you a way out, and that's really the only thing that we have, because we can't buy a house, right? Like all the hedge funds and all they're all buying a house right now. They're pumping the market, and they want us to rent until we die, so really,
Hong Kong
this
housing,
is all
I
we
just
got.
tell you, 760 square foot, 5 million USD. Enjoy, have a nice life. Like that's crazy, man. So I think the mentality is a lot of people are hedging the bets against the US dollar, and that story is continuously going. So I feel like this is a situation like where the factors are lining up. People aren't buying Bitcoin yet, but it's almost a situation very much like the start of 2020. Like when COVID first hit, I was telling you guys, like like all this looks grim right now, because when COVID came, like prices of crypto just dumped, right? That was like when we like saw the biggest dump in Bitcoin and everything, right? 2020. I still remember that day when I was just like, oh my God, like this is full on capitulation. And then almost immediately afterwards, like bam, like it just went up to the heavens again, right? So So I'll just show you that very quickly on my stream, so I can have it zoom out. So near February, like Jan, February-ish, like after COVID hit, look at that. There was like these drops of Bitcoin, right? Oh, sorry, not Bitcoin, sorry, ETH. Actually, I need to look at this one. Sorry, my bad. Let me put that month. So 2020, you can see this big dump here, right? Like February, March levels. Bitcoin dumped to 4,000. I still remember that day. Like that date's like super ingrained in my mind because I was like, oh, I need to buy this right now.
Yeah,
And then
me
like
too.
I waited like 10 minutes and it was up like $1,000. I'm like, so because like, but I was telling you guys that time, like the circumstances are pushing up. So I feel like it's a very similar situation again where I think that inflation is going to hit us hard. I'm really glad to be in Bitcoin right now, to be honest, like to be in crypto. It's a good time to not just hold, USD assets. However, that being said, of course, we'll have to face our own challenges here first. Anyways, back to you, Gemmy. And by the way, apologies for us skipping through that segment really quickly. Someone did comment exactly what I was behaving, and I subconsciously didn't realize it. It was I wanted to skip this topic ASAP because I also sold some Bitcoin back in 2012, and it brought some PTSD memories. It's absolutely true. So, anyways, Gemmy, back to you.
Sure. So another piece of news has kind of caught my attention. California man arrested for using government's COVID-19 PPP loan to buy cryptocurrency and Tesla. So this Trent guy, and others use these illicit loan proceeds to make purchases at restaurants and retail stores, make deposits into personal investment accounts, buy cryptocurrencies, and in one instance, to purchase $100,000 Tesla from a luxury car dealership. Trent is charged with 6 counts of wire fraud and 3 counts of bank fraud. If convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of 30 years in prison as to each count of bank fraud and 20 years in prison as to each count of wire fraud. I mean,
Jesus.
I think
Ouch.
this guy is really cool that the fact he decided to invest in crypto other than other investment options, but it did backfire though. He did get caught. Hopefully he'll manage to get his money back. Make his money back, but he did take the advantages of the stimulus money. But his stupid action is definitely not worth to go to jail for. So I just want to say good luck to you, Trent. That's all I want to say.
30 years?
I don't know.
That's...
Jesus. Llama 666 says, Jesus, I hope he did not buy BTC at 60K.
Oh man, 30 years? That's a lot. That's a long time. It's... Ouch, that's not good.
Brutal, man. It's brutal. Yeah, guys, don't be an idiot. Also, like, why would you spend 100K buying a Tesla? You probably bought Tesla Model S. There's absolutely no reason to, right? Buy a Model 3, idiots. Like, buy a Model 3. It's cheaper, and it's just as fast. You're never gonna 0 to 100 in 2 seconds in real life, right? God damn it. Anyways, we got a comment from Mark Carter says, should be good when he gets out. Oh, that's maybe he was planning for it all along, right? Buy that Bitcoin, put it on a ledger, hide it somewhere, boom, peace.
That's his HODL plan.
Yeah.
He's forcing himself to HODL.
HODL 30 years, guys. HODL 30 years. He comes out, be like a freaking like a quadrillionaire at that time because USD is going to be down the shithole by then. But anyways. Crypto chiropractor says, because some people want a Model S. Come on, like you just buy one and just buy another car like 5 years down the road, right? Come on, because you need better batteries too. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna stop griping. But very quickly as well, I had Elijah Killen says, he said when houses become NFTs, so they can be traded P2P. So this is kind of interesting. So yesterday I was in the refinable/labs chat. So Labs and Refinable, they have just launched their first commoditized NFT for timeshare of a big resort in near Bali. All right. Okay. So it's called Kunan. It's a glamping resort. and it's a very large resort too. I think a lot of people were confused by this. They thought it's like a room in that resort or something, but no, it's a rather large resort. Let me just get the stats for you guys here, because like I was criticizing them yesterday. I was like, you know what, guys, like, you guys need to have more information about it. So the NFT is for a particular day. So say for example, you can have like January the 1st, right, which is probably the hottest one. Like it's probably going, this one's being bidded on right now. But say for like January the 1st, you'll be able to stay there, but also make money from that day as well, right? So you have so it will be an investment. It will be a share of that property, and it's basically the property divided into 365 shares, right? That's kind of the way it is. And in terms of the size, so this is where you need to see on both pages, right? So this is where you have to do the research and be like, oh, this is on both sides. So it's glamping, right? It's like this kind of like glamp. That's a gigantic glamp, by the way.
Glamorous camping.
But, the glamorous camping. But the whole area is 6,800 square meters. You get 16. There's 16 suites there, so it's not going to be it's not a massive location. It's going to have 16 suites there. But yeah, so this entire property is divided into 365, and they're selling off January right now. So this will be tradable on Labs. This is going on right now. Did I make a bid? Yes, I did. Confession time. I did. And I was trying strategic on the date, because I chose a memorable date on it. So anyways, go figure. But that's happening right now. So it's coming. I think it's one of those situations where, like, this is where the technology is really faster than the legality, I would almost say. Like I will see, like, in the future, maybe everything can be on this, right? Because this is like so much easier than buying property. If you guys have ever experienced buying property, it's a pain in the ass. Not that I have bought anything, but I know. But anyways, so that's to answer Elijah's question. But now, yeah, so the auction is starting right now, and it's on Refinable, and yeah, I think it's gonna end in a day as well. So just if you guys are interested, check it out. Here it's gonna end, yeah, in 1 day, 12 hours. So it's gonna end there. So we can check out a particular date on there. So boom, let me put that on the chat. Would you be interested, guys? Would you be interested in buying a resort?
Yeah, if it was closer to me,
999.
Yeah. I think if it was close, just because I'm on the other side of the world, you know.
I think this one was like, okay, the location is near Bali, so like you have to really like Kunan area. Like Bali, like the Canggu is the hippest, like the hottest area, right? So I'll put that out there. Like Canggu is where the surfer dudes are, like the surfing stuff is, and where a lot of the crypto people hang out too, right? So I was like, oh man, if it was in Canggu, I would have bought it instantly. But you know, this is where it is. So like this is so like say Canggu is around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Then you go to Ubud, right, for the relaxation and stuff. Ubud is here, so you have to actually move like all the way here for the resort. So that's the only, for me personally, my own personal downside is that it's a little bit far from here, but at the same time, it's actually quite an attractive location if it can develop well. Like my 2 cents.
I think they're developing. I think they're building that area out too. Yeah, I spoke to a few people. A lot of people are building around that direction because Canggu and that area, it's starting to get a little trashed. There's a lot of tourists, you know, and we tend to kind of go crazy, and you know. So.
But hey, it's you get all the ice baths there, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we did that. I remember that. Yeah, good time.
Yeah, good times, man. All right, so yeah, so that's happening on Refinable right now. If you guys are interested, so this is basically you can buy one of the days of the time rewarding timeshare, and the entire property is pretty large. It's not a single room or something. It's the part of the entire property. So I just want to put that out for you guys, and the website's right here. So just link that up, guys. So if it's no. So each room is no. I think this is for the entire. So this is for the resort. So not 1,000 rooms or something. It's a very small. It's a boutique area. It's a boutique resort. It's not like 1,000 rooms or whatnot. It's like like the rendering here shows it quite clearly. It's very large, spacious, and there will only be 16 sites, and this is for the resort. So yeah, there we go. There, boom. All right, cool. All right. Let's see. Nate, do you have anything to share on your side? Or Gemmy, do you have anything else to share? Let's share. Show and tell, guys. Show and tell. Gemmy, you're muted.
Not really. I've only got 3 news. Do you have anything to share, Nathan?
Yeah. Yep. I have. Yeah. Nate, you go. I'll share your screen. Boom.
Okay. Yeah. Super quick. Uniswap Labs were thrilled to announce the alpha launch of Uniswap v3 on optimistic Ethereum mainnet. So this is the post right here, and they're here.
Finally.
The scale, dude. No more $100 transactions. No more fighting with everyone trying to sign this transaction and throw as many Gwei as possible. So those days hopefully are behind us. And I actually just signed up for this, the L2, the Unipedia exchange. And then what you do is you kind of tweet at them and they give you free tokens. So I did that right here. So hopefully they give me some free tokens. I can play around with it. So optimistic, I actually just started learning about it. I don't really know too much, but I know it is a layer 2 scaling solution. So right before the stream, I was looking into it, and it's pretty interesting. It's a series of smart contracts that are kind of anchored in layer 1, and that will allow layer 2 to kind of do its own thing and kind of settlement like instantly. And so I think there's many L2 solutions out there, and I think this one's a good contender. So I think
it's very tribal. I would say it's like, okay, it's a good contender, but everyone has their own beliefs of which scaling solution will work. That's what I realized. So there's optimism, there's ZK rollups, there's what was the other one? There's optimistic rollouts, there's plasma. Yeah. So there's also Polygon.
Polygon, yeah.
Yeah. So it does get a little bit crazy, but I'm glad to see the progress that's being done. And I feel like the best way to describe this, like this comes from a little bit from my gaming experience as well. It's like a lot of times when you're developing new tech, even the smartest people, even your kind of technical directors, they have no idea which implementation of a particular technology will work out the best. So I feel like this is the biggest issue that's happening right now, where a lot of people don't know, right? Even Vitalik doesn't know which type of implementation will work best. Like everyone has their own drawbacks and everyone has their advantages, but the key here is that Uniswap is launched. So guys, check that out. Make sure, of course, you guys also, if there's anything, I would play around with all the new stuff. I mean, in crypto, if you do that, all right, you get rewarded quite well, to be honest. Like in the past, and we know, like every time you use stuff, there's a lot of airdrops. So I think now is a good time to explore this type of stuff where just go for it. If you get free tokens to try it.
Yeah, and you remember the Uniswap airdrop that came out, and it was really good for everybody who was in it. So it's all about community. Like I said before, Box Money community. Uniswap community. The community is really important. Without a community, you don't really have anything. Well, the tech. So, you know what I mean? It's the community is what drives the tech, though. I mean, as you said, it's very tribal, but that's also down to the community. And so I think that's often overlooked, but I think it's very important. All right. So next up, we also have Shapeshift is planning to decentralize the entire company. Speaking of airdrops, so Eric Voorhees said that he wanted the company to be more immutable, and so they are going to do the governance kind of like a DAO. They're going to drop it to all of the users, to everyone who was using it, Shapeshift, before June 9th. So,
all right, if it's current and past people, guys, go trade there, right? Why not? Like, can I look at that a little bit closer? So
yeah.
That's a huge drop, guys. I hope you guys have traded already. If not, trade now, I guess. I think, okay, so I think there's a cutoff date. So those who have connected with the key will have 900 Fox before June the 9th. So this is an issue with airdrops. Like once they announce the the tokens, it's no longer possible to do stuff. So I hope you guys did use Shapeshift. I will have to double check. I kind of use, yeah, I guess. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Check out for Fox. So yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, I used it. I think I lost my keep key.
Same, man. Same. I was like, crap. I did actually link up my keep key. It's like a biggest facepalm moment. Free money.
I used it too. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I mean, at least we used it. All right, and then final on my list is that Italy joins the list of global regulators warning against Binance. So you can view this two ways. You can view that Italy is looking out for its users, or Italy is also trying to get in on the Binance pie. So that's up to you too.
I think the Binance pie, man, they know that Binance pie is big, man. They know. All right, very quickly on my side, I'm gonna go through a few news articles as well, very, very quickly. First of all, Jack Dorsey says, yep, Bitcoin is gonna get DeFi soon. You know, the Twitter founder is also a very big Bitcoin fan, but not an Ethereum fan. He's very Lightning and Bitcoin DeFi oriented. So I've kind of found that kind of funny. Like there's still a little bit of tribalism going on there. But at the end of the day, hey, if Bitcoin gets DeFi, that's even better for everyone here, right? 1inch Foundation launches 3 million grants for DeFi developers. I think this is like the development time. Everyone's getting grants nowadays, grants everywhere. So if you guys are looking for, if you guys are looking for development, this is a good opportunity right now. We also got Mnuchin, ex-Trump secretary, ex-Treasury says, yeah, it's okay. It's fine to buy Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin has evolved. Bitcoin hasn't changed at all. Bitcoin hasn't evolved, but Mnuchin has evolved.
There you go.
Good to blame someone else. It's great to blame someone else. Also have a small alpha leak for you guys. So Dino Swap is happening. This is kind of like a it's a new swap exchange. It's cross-chain. Like they're supporting cross-chain farms at this current point. And if you guys are into mining, they are having this countdown to start their new farm. So they're starting in 1 day, exactly 1 day from now. So you guys are getting this is like an ultimate alpha leak because it hasn't started yet. So
it's a free food. Came for the free food.
Free food, guys. So you know the drill with me. So what happens is that they're supporting multiple farms at this current point. So for example, I'm probably going to target, this is probably going to be my favorite, USDC to USDT. Stable to stable. Yeah, you know how to, also, or this one, USDC to Mematic. I do have to say though, so this APY is still not finalized because obviously as more people find out about this, the rewards are going to be distributed between this group of people. So obviously, you know, you can already see that the Matic fans have gotten in there already because USDC to Mematic is only 39%, which is it's actually pretty good for these times still. But yeah, someone shoved $14 million of liquidity there. But it's going to start in a day. So I'm eyeing this quite closely to find which pair makes the most sense. So I think that's quite important as well. So this might be quite interesting because I hold Chain Guardians. If you guys know, I featured those guys on the channel before. So I do hold Chain Guardians. So if I pair up with Matic, then it's possible for me to get some ridiculous APYs. I think this will probably be a top performer. These two will be these three will be the kind of the stable ones, hopefully, like because they contain USDT and USDC, so that will be quite good farm. But if you guys are holding any of the other chain coins, like you have Ghost, you have Chain Guardians, you have SX. So if you have these, it's worth looking into as well. And just to make you guys aware of what's happening with this farm here as well. So it depends on the coin, but say for this one, the liquidity provider will be on Sushi, right? So you need the Sushi liquidity and it will be done on Ethereum. But say, for example, USDC to USDT will be on QuickSwap, so it'll be on Matic. So there are different chains. So just be aware that this is gonna be the case where you have to switch chains to Matic network and be like, yo, I'm on the Matic network, and then you can add the liquidity in terms of USDT and USDC. Also, that being said as well, just a last word here. Right now, I'm actually crossing the Matic Bridge right now to try to play around with this. But oopsies, give me a sec. Let me see how high. Let me remove that for a sec. But the Matic Bridge right now, it's quite easy to cross. So it's like it's not like before where it's actually quite hard to get your coins on Matic. It's actually a lot easier. Like I'll just show you. I'll show you. Let's add to stream. Boom. So this is boxmining.eth. This is my address. So if I want to cross over from Matic, I can withdraw the Matic from Binance into my address. And then what you do is you just cross the Matic Bridge using this mechanism over here. Say you type 1,000 and you say transfer, and then you can just transfer it over. It will cost around $10 US, but you can just complete the deposit, continue, and then you'll be able to cross the bridge. And once you cross the bridge, you're gonna get your capital on the Matic chain. And
Plasma bridge.
The Plasma bridge. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, optimistic Uniswap. Yeah, Plasma for.
Dude, Matic has 2 types of bridges. That's the crazy part. Matic is crazy. But anyway, so yeah, so it will take around 7 to 8 minutes for this transfer to complete. But once I get the coins on Matic, then I'll be able to switch to the Matic network, and then I'll be able to add the funds. So like whether you can, I actually need to swap both the Matic and the USDT and the USDC over. So long story short, it'll be like 3 swaps, and then you add that to the liquidity pool, and then you add it to DinoSwap. That's how you get the mining done. So we'll kind of I'll kind of share that. I'll kind of share what happens tomorrow, because tomorrow will be the big deciding time. I do have to say right now, like the multiplier is higher right now. Like this is kind of one of the classic farms where at the start the multiplier is going to be higher, but it is a fair launch. So this is okay, so actually 2 things. Multiplier will be higher at the start, so the earlier you get in, the better. But also, of course, it's a fair launch because, it's a fair launch because launches for everyone at the same time. There you go. Makes sense now. All right, cool. Long story short, but anyways, I'm eyeing this for this weekend. Hopefully, we'll get some good rates, because right now, farming is not as hot. Well, it's not as hot. It's not as profitable as it was. I remember, Gemmy, you were asking me about farming, right? Are you farming, Gemmy?
I wanted to, but because I kind of wanted to try up the leverage yield farming, but you asked me not to, so I was actually looking into that.
Okay. To be fair, I did not tell you not to, but I did tell you that it's not as easy as people think it is. It's not gonna make you millions, all right? It's not gonna make you millions, but if you don't mind making, small amounts of money, or if you're a whale, farming kind of makes sense. But yeah, tell me how it goes. Tell me how that's like homework for next time. Tell me how it goes. Tell me what other farms are good as well, because right now, like, so I'll load down some intel for you guys. So my favorite farm, all right, that was offering around 50%, which still sounds good, compared to HSBC. They're offering.
I'll take 50% any day.
0.01% per year. My favorite farm, which was 50%, is now around 25%. And also, if there's a lot of more farms with 10% now, like Belt.finance, like all these ones that were 50% are now 10%. So it kind of really sucks. I feel poor now. Like all the rates are bad now. Swissborg is still not too bad. They're at 8%. So I've been comparing rates everywhere, right? So this is like me doing rate shopping. So Swissborg is still at, let's see, they are at, it's at 8.6%. So I don't want to show my wallet here, but it's at 8.6% right now. So that's not too bad compared to the bank, but compared to the good old 50% per annum days, it's there's more. So I'll be hungry hunting for this. So hopefully, don't guys be reasonable with DinoSwap. Don't wreck it for everyone else out here. Give us some good rates still. Let's hope that works out well.
Yeah, the USDT is probably what I'm gonna go for. I'm stable. I mean, you can't.
Everyone's gonna shove it there. That's the reverse psychology there. Everyone's gonna shove it there. So you gotta be smart. You gotta last minute, don't reveal your cards until the last minute, and then you shove it there, and when it starts, you shove it inside, and then you're good. I think that's the strategy.
Oh, so I shouldn't have said anything. I was like, yeah, maybe I should. Yeah.
That's the new way to play farming these days. Is never to hint, but never to share. And if you do hint, you should be reasonable. Don't screw it up for everyone else. All right, that's the
makes sense.
That's what we have degraded to. This is what we have degraded to. Back in
Well,
the day,
you're not gonna go like, yo, there's a free food over there. Then everyone goes get it, and then they shut it down. And then, well, great job, right? You're telling everyone the free food. And so I get it.
Back in the day it worked because there's free food everywhere. Now it's like food is scarce, guys. We're like dinosaurs. Exactly. We're like dinosaurs. We're like kind of finding where all this free food is, and then we share it with our friends. That's the way it plays. But so yeah, guys, keep an eye on it. I would expect 100% that these two obviously is free food because you're having stable coins in there. So I expect some whale to plow that in the last minute, and then I'm looking at these probably if to have some good liquidity. Hopefully we'll see on a 1000 APY again, because that would be nice. That would be pleasant. Gemmy, so see if that works for you. Have fun, experiment. Tell me where all the good farms are now, because I'm looking for more. I'm looking for more farms because like even FTX is dog poop now. I'll put that out there. FTX lending rates are poop. They're like 1% right now. You know how I was like touting there was like 20% at one current point? It's like 1% right now. So it's just as good as it's just a little bit better than HSBC at this current rate. So I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm moving my funds, man. I'm like, Sam, I love you, but you gotta be a little bit more generous. You're too stingy. It's too stingy. We got Andrew Fritzen says our fuel staked on Mantra DAO is 50% payout. That's not too bad. But you gotta be like, you gotta be careful with those. You gotta be careful with staking native coins. Like for me, unless it's something you hold, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, guys. All right, guys. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you guys have a great time, and hope the weekend's good. If you guys have any free alpha to share on our Telegram community. This is the best. That's the best community share. That'll be fun. We got High Card Jesus says shave Gemmy from these moon boys, but she's a moon girl. She knows that she's the one asking me. Okay, she's the one asking me where are the farms, Michael? Where's all the farms? Tell me how to fold. Tell me how to fold and leverage. All right, tell me how to leverage Alpha Hormora, like V3, that shit. That's the real one, man. That's the real Gemmy. Real Gemmy is gonna tell you. So yeah, Plant's gonna farm next week. Gemmy's gonna farm next week. Tell me how it goes. All right, tell me how it goes. That's your homework. All right, Nathan, you too. All right, let's all do some homework. Share some love. All right, share some love, because rates are dropping, guys. Food is scarce. We gotta share the kills. All right, guys. So, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. None of this is financial advice. I hope you enjoyed this short session with us. And yeah, by the way, check out Nathan and Gemmy's channel. They both have their respective channels. One is Cryptonauts, and the other is CryptoGemmy. So check those out, guys. Smash up the likes. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate so many people tuning in today. So that's really because you guys really shared everything. And whoa, crap! Elijah Killen says someone leaked Rick and Morty episode 7 2 weeks early. That's my alpha. Jesus. All right, I have stuff to watch now after the stream because I just finished episode 5. So I'm out of Rick and Morty too. So guys, thank you guys. Thanks for the alpha, guys. Sharing is caring, guys. Share some alpha. See you guys on Telegram. Peace.
Bye, guys. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon, guys. Bye. Peace.